Okay, so yeah, microphone disconnected like the very second I started playing the game last time.
Yes, Kurosawa speaking.
Ray, it's Miku. Good morning. I gathered together the information I got from the editor about the woman yesterday. I wanted you to see it. It's laying on the desk in my room, so please go take a look at it if you like. I got a little worried about this. There's one other thing I want to check out. I'll be back after I finish.
I understand. Thanks.
I believe we got some film to develop too while we're here. I don't even remember half the crap I even talked about when I was playing this last time. What do you ever... yeah, there it goes. So I got a grave mound in the courtyard and stairwell. Maybe I can learn something from the photo. Black human-shaped stain marks on the wall of the narrow corridor. Maybe I can find something else about it. Narrow corridor on the other side of the door where I heard moaning was strung with sacred rope and paper. The walls were covered in human-shaped stains. There was a black stain left behind when Yoshino Takigawa vanished. Did something happen on those walls as well? Inside the house was a courtyard. It was snowing. There was a line of graves and even an older house looming up behind. Alright, back upstairs so we can actually go into Miku's room for the rest, pretty much for the rest of the game. This is really... Yeah, and I believe ghosts will start popping up here. They only pop up during very specific points of the game. I don't remember where half of them are. Miku's room. I don't really like coming out in here while she's out. But we're going in anyways, because we need to do so in order to continue the game. On the desk is a small dressing mirror and a lamp with a paper shade. Miku made the shade and the cloth that hangs over the mirror itself. A bag of Japanese pattern hangs on the wall. A somber kind of pattern for a girl not yet out of her teens. Chest of drawers and his Japanese doll all dressed in red that Miku brought with her from home. On the shelf are a camera and some kaleidoscopes and other Japanese knickknacks Miku has collected. Miku always keeps her desk neatly arranged. There's a pile of reference materials and Miku's notes on the desk. She said she had them put together for me. The woman in the photograph, named Yoshino Takigawa 26, she was the only survivor of a plane crash that occurred in August. Following the comment from a reporter named Ozawa who covered it, when the plane crashed, Miss Takigawa was thrown out of the aircraft and was mostly untouched by the fire. Also, the arbor where she was thrown became a cushion and she was thus miraculously saved. When rescued, her external injuries were mild burns, bruises, and scrapes, and it was determined that there was no threat to her life. But it took 4 days to find her, and she was very dehydrated, weak, and distressed, and she seemed to be suffering mentally. During those 4 days, she was surrounded by other victims, her relatives, and her lovers' corpses. Next is what I heard from someone at the hospital admissions. After hospitalization, she was extremely frightened of being alone or sleeping. She apparently had frightening dreams and would even hurt herself to stay awake. But over time, the amount she slept grew longer, until she spent most of the day sleeping. At first, those thought she was sleeping due to the psychological trauma she experienced, but her condition gradually grew worse, and she would sleep for 3 days straight. When she woke, she would complain of hallucinations, saying pain or there are bruises all over my body. As her hallucinations grew worse, she became less responsive to outside stimulus during her waking hours, and she would sometimes mutter deliriously or sing lullabies. The past several days she hasn't woken, and the rest is as Ray saw. This is also just a hospital rumor, but the staff has a long-standing urban legend amongst themselves for patients like Takigawa, or who they call lost patients. Placed between the pages of Miku's notebook is a copy of a newspaper cutting with today's date written on it. Patient disappears. On the night of the 9th, the patient disappeared from her ward in Katsuragi Hospital, and the police are currently searching for her. The missing person is the sole survivor of the August plane crash, Yoshino Takigawa, 26. Ms. Takigawa became emotionally unstable after the accident. She was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder and hospitalized long-term. The hospital's response to her disappearance went no further than, "We are investigating the details." Ms. Takigawa lost all her family in the accident, and concerns have been raised about her current whereabouts. Picture stands on the desk has been laid flat. This is a photo of Miku. The photo shows Miku and a kind-looking young man. A boyfriend? No, it's more likely a brother and sister. She's always been cheerful enough, but I don't think I've ever seen her look quite discontented. I heard she had lost family member. Could this person in the picture be... Oh, wrong button. Okay. The girl who works as my assistant, she's a sister of Yu's best friend. I heard she lost a relative. The photo on her desk showed it with a young man who looked like a brother. She's been cheerful first, and I haven't often seen her smile as happily in that picture. I wonder if the person she lost is someone she was close to. Maybe she lost someone special just like me. According to Miku's research, Yoshino Takigawa was asleep almost all the time just before she disappeared. After the accident, she slept longer and longer hours, and whenever she woke up, she would hum what sounded like a lullaby. Apparently, the medical community is abuzz with rumors and similar occurrences. Hospital patients who disappeared. Is this another one of those urban legends? Alright. I want to see if I could actually disable the lines that keep it popping up, but that's apparently because of the resolution I'm running at. There doesn't seem to be a fix for that. You know, aside from lowering down the resolution, but I don't want to do that.
Having trouble sleeping? Do you need to sleep in here with me? Ray, you've been working too hard. You should get some rest. What can I do for you?
Alright, yep. Photograph research.
Understood. I'll let you know if I find anything.
Alright. How much else we can do in here right now? Think me about it. Okay, 9,000 points. Okay, I don't get enough for anything, so...
This place is...
Okay. Is there another ghost nearby? Usually the game only fogs up like that when there's a ghost nearby. Anyways, like I mentioned in the previous one, which nobody could hear because the microphone turned off, you get to keep all your ammo and it resets whenever you go through. Also, your herbal medicine resets. At least I believe it does. I believe healing items just reset too. And they just go back to the spots where you found them before. Mostly as an emergency in case you play very poorly and run out. I didn't check this side. Just want to make sure I find everything. There's probably a ghost in here. Hello. Fuck you. Okay. Annoying asshole. Okay, so we got 3 ways to go. I guess go where he came from, I suppose. Oh. Something in here. And not anymore. He's dull, formal pose. Okay, I know the Type 14 film restocks. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. It's been like 2-3 years since I last played this game. So I can't remember every little thing. Ah, okay. She's either upstairs or she's upstairs. Oh, ooh, don't want to put up the Type 16. That was creepier than normal.
You killed Daddy.
Oh, there you are. Can't remember if there's a ghost that pops up up here, like one of the hidden ones or something. Yeah, I'm thinking of New Game Plus stuff, since you do unlock that thing that lets you see invisible ghosts that you can't get on your first playthrough. Okay. Let's turn up the volume a little bit. Oh. Somebody's in here. Thought so. So. Small door low by the wall. Door shut tight. Feels like something's pulling back from the other side. try up here before moving on. Yeah, but then all I can see are the downstairs on the floor. Maybe this is where the banister used to go. Something interesting. Cool. See, this should be the sealed door that I went through earlier, but yeah, it should be locked. I don't remember how long it takes before you can finally go in there, but it takes quite a while if I remember correctly. Okay, well, can't go over there either, so. Okay, in terms of the map. Oh, precise. Yeah, that helps a little more. Okay. If I remember correctly, the maps in each of these games gets bigger and bigger with each installment. I haven't played 4 yet, and I've only played like the first 2 or 3 chapters of 5. I don't remember how far in 5 I actually got, but it's kind of you start off with X amount of supplies every time you go to the forest and whatnot. It kind of turned me off from it. I plan to actually play both of them in around Halloween. I'm just hoping I can find a means of actually playing Fatal Frame 4 on my Wii U, so I can just use the HDMI cord. Since I don't want to play it on my Wii, since there's no HDMI for that one, and I'd have to use my stupid Easy Cap for that. Old books. Okay, folklore. While continuing my research, I stumbled upon the existence of a shrine that is perhaps the origin of the sleeping priestess. The shrine is very small and hidden away in the depths of the mountain. It appeared just as in the drawing. There are normally no worshippers, and according to the stories from the small village nearby, it is a shrine where you could offer your pain. When I called upon the head of the family, she said they allow visitors until the snow melts. They carry out a rite here to protect the sacred area in the mountain. Men are not allowed in the rite, but it seems that every few years they invite men in order to continue the bloodline. They call them outsiders. I think that's what I've heard of a similar custom. The guests who come in winter while the snow falls all hide their faces and pull large bundles on wagons. It resembles a funeral procession. The rite carried out on their behalf must be connected to the Song of the Sleeping Priestess. Alright, cool. Try. Automatically faces ghost. When your camera is at the ready, it will automatically face the direction of the ghost. Cool. Here's when I lift up my camera, I'll be good to go. Nothing else in here. Sometimes these things have more than one on them. But anyways, also I don't want to play on Dolphin because then I'd have to. I don't want to use my mouse for controls, and 2, I don't want to have to buy a separate thing just to get my Wiimote working. I might have a method for getting it working on my Wii U, but we'll see when we get there. If I do that, I'll probably be starting somewhere in October or September. Where are we? Okay, new hallway. I knew I should have done that. Hi. I can get points for that one. Weird. Yeah, it depends, because I know these games get longer and longer for each installment, so I don't know how long it'll take me to get through them. Automatic facing is really good for catching ghosts like that. White festoon, rope festoon with the white paper charm shreds around this small leather tree. The rope is a memorial tablet in the shape of a person. Okay, remember there's something. Ooh, stone mirror, nice. If I remember correctly, yeah, if I go through here, I should be able to connect to there. Might as well get that marked on my map. Okay, we can't go. I'm pretty sure that this is locked. Yep. Looks like there's something inside. Ooh, 61 film. 2 Japanese dolls on top of the trunk. One of them has fallen over. I think they're a matching pair of twin dolls. Red and blue plate. The plate has been covered, painted a beautiful design, but the color's faded dim now. There's a baby doll wrapped in cloth in a basket. It looks like an old straw cradle. Didn't they use these in the olden days in the cold north of Japan? We got an actual upgrade thingy. Alright, slows ghost movement. Alright, temporarily slows their movement so they're easier to shoot. Temporary prolonged shutter chance and fatal frame. Useful for fast moving ghosts or when the shell chance is hard. Higher level, the longer the effect. Cool. Now we have an actual camera function. Just equip that for right now. I have enough to get one. Oh, maybe not. Store, I guess. Getting more damage, just straight up. Ooh, someone nearby. Okay, there we go. That's much better. I would not have caught that very easily. It's a little dark on my screen. I don't think I can go this way yet. Okay, that's what I thought. I remember whose room that is. She's a pain in the ass because she likes attacking anybody who comes through this entire area over here. Okay, should be that door. Oh, it was locked. Well, okay, good thing I did that. Saves time for later. Yeah, just go this way first. have been impaled on the red door. The door itself is firmly shut. Strong presence. Heard children's voices singing on the other side of a deep red door deep within the manor. It was a lullaby accompanied by a song of hammering and sung in some strange dialect I'd never heard before. Okay, can't go that way. Oh, fuck off. Oh, that was fast. Jeez.
Sacrifices.
Cool. I don't remember, what's the button for doing that? I think it's circle? Special, okay, circle, okay. Oh, change mode, okay, that's camera, okay, that makes more sense. Switch lens, okay, so I have to switch lenses with that. Spin around, oh, right. Cool. Oops. Wait. Oh, whatever. I'll save real quick. Looks like the same place. If it is, then use inside. Alright, so I know where to go. It's just figuring out the fastest route to get to said place. It should be way back here to one of these doors. It's the one where we saw the Shrine Maiden way earlier in the game. Turn around. Oops, wrong button. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm supposed to do right now. You're right there.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought she was going to attack me. Oh, no, not this hallway. I hate this hallway.